Hi everyone, it's Miss Kelly from the Wakanda Area Library here to show you what we're doing with this month's Art to Go kit. This month you guys will be making a wildflower meadow. So in your kit you're going to find a large piece of white paper, some yellow, blue, and green paper, some pre-cut butterflies and flowers, some small pom-poms. From home you'll need some glue, some crayons and some scissors, and maybe a pencil. So let's get started. So you're going to take your big paper is going to be your scene. So we're going to start by making some grass for across the bottom. So you're going to take your scissors and your green paper and you're going to just start cutting blades of grass. And you can just snip it all up. They can be as long or as short as you want. You can make them any way you want. You don't have to pre-draw them out. Just start cutting them. No two blades of grass are the same and none of them are perfect. So you can just cut them all up into little pieces. Okay. And then when you get a bunch of them cut, you can start gluing them. I'm going to use my liquid glue, but if you have a glue stick, that works fine too. We're going to glue across the bottom, put some glue down. And then we're going to take these pieces of grass that we made. This one might be a little bit long. I think I might cut it again. All right, and then just start gluing it at the bottom. And if you see, I'm going to leave it so it kind of sticks up too. I don't want it to be all the way flat. I want it to be kind of sticking off the paper a little bit. And you're just going to start covering the whole bottom with grass. There should be plenty. I've got some that I cut a little earlier too. I'll add some more. There should be plenty of green paper to make a lot of grass, so you can cut big ones and little ones, and if you want you can even add some leaves. So it's entirely up to you how you want to make it. And the way the paper is painted, the grass is going to look like a little bit like different colors, and like different greens will be in there. All right, so once you get your whole bottom of your paper covered with grass, then you see you've got yellow and blue paper. So we're going to use the yellow paper to make a sun. Down. Take it. So if you want, you can just cut a circle out for a sun, or if it's easier, you could turn it over on the back, draw a circle. It's definitely easier to draw on the side that's not been painted on. Cut a circle out here. Okay, we're going to glue that one down. And remember, we're thinking about looking at this picture like you're really close down in the grass. So the sun's going to seem kind of far away, so you don't need to make it that big. When the sun is really far away, it doesn't look that big in the sky. I'll stick that on there. And then I want to make some rays on my sun, so I'm going to take my yellow paper again, and I'm just going to cut some lines into it like this. And then just cut them all right off. There we go. Take my glue and take each little piece. And if you see, I didn't push the sun down really tight. I left it so it was kind of up a little bit. These guys are going to come right underneath the edges of it. And go all the way around. You guys know what I always tell you, this is your art. So mine's coming out looking like this. You guys can make yours a little bit bigger if you want, or different if you want. You can put your sun in the corner if you want. You can make long and short rays on the sun. It's entirely up to you how you want to make it. So that's what we're going to do with the yellow. So I'm going to stop at that so I can move on, show you what we're going to do with the blue paper. I'm going to get a little bit more of these grass in here so you guys can see what we're going to do. You could see I did the same thing with the sun that I did with the grass. I didn't push those rays all the way down. I kind of left them curling out so they look like they're coming out of the paper a little bit. I'm going to take the blue, I'm going to make some clouds. The same thing. You can just draw on the back a couple cloud shapes if you want, or you could just cut them out. It's up to you. Cut a couple clouds out. You'll probably have a lot of the blue and yellow left over, so if you want to use them to cut out other shapes or anything else, if you want to make some flowers out of the yellow and blue, you can. I gave you some pre-cut flowers, but you might want to add more. Here's one of my clouds. The best part about this is there's not a way that you can do it wrong. This is supposed to be the way that you want it to look. So just gonna add a couple quick clouds here. those in the sky. You can do a whole bunch if you want, or just a couple, or you could even use that blue to maybe make some bluebirds in the sky. All right. So once you have your clouds and your grass and your sun on, then we're going to start taking those flowers I gave you and start adding in some flowers and butterflies. So in order to make the flowers look a little bit more real, it's kind of fun if you bend the petals up a little bit like that. And then you could just start adding them into the grass. These big ones you can put maybe at the end of a blade of grass, a tulip. All right, and then you'll also see I gave you some butterflies, and something really fun to do with the butterfly, if you take and bend it in half like this, and then just put a little dot of glue on the body. Kind of makes it look like it's flying. Tap him on there. Got a big one too. This is gonna look like a giant butterfly. Same thing, bend it in half, a little dab of glue. Add him up there. And then those little pom-poms, it's really fun to do with those. Same, and put a little dab of glue on him. Put one here. And I think I'm going to use a bunch of fun different colors. Make it look like there is a little caterpillar crawling up one of your blades of grass. Then they also said to use some crayons, because if you want, you can take your crayons and maybe add in the background. You could always color in some more clouds if you want, or you can draw some flowers if you want to draw. Just draw a flower. Or you can take your yellow, if you have some of your extra yellow, and cut maybe a little circle of yellow. And glue that little guy on there. Take a black crayon, get some black, and make a little bee flying around and some little wings. Oh, looks like I got blue there. Okay, so let me show you what my finished one looks like. Here you go. I just kept spending some time adding more and more grass to fill in all the spots. And I added this little bee flying there and a couple caterpillars. All right. So have fun. Send me some pictures of your project and keep an eye out for next month. Bye now.